Hi Cancer, this is your forecast for the month of July 2017. This is a general reading for Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, or Cancer Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. You can watch your reading in 3 different ways: the full extended monthly, or for just the energy influence, watch the brief, or in addition to the brief, watch the weekly for the upcoming week. Weeklies also make it easy for you to review information you may have forgotten in the full reading. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, and I invite you to follow me on Facebook, Google+, and Instagram. Please also check out my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/on-demand/findinglove for monthly love readings. Now, the last week, again, a major card. So this is a week that kind of takes off suddenly. There's some sudden change, maybe something unexpected, something that shakes up your world. Now, it could very well be you're dealing with somebody who's very aggressive, somebody who is challenging the way you look at life. Now, maybe you're gaining some insights, or perhaps something has happened that you weren't expecting or even wanted to happen. So this could be, traumatizing or disruptive for you in some way. For some of you, if this is death, this is something that came on suddenly. There's maybe somebody's dealing with something where there was an emergency surgery, or maybe somebody had a stroke or a heart attack, or some kind of transformation that left you in a state of shock. For some of you, this is perhaps an argument that takes place that, turns things around, and you may be making that decision about, again, cutting off some aspect of your connection to another person because of this. But something has happened out of the blue that has created some havoc for you this week. Maybe a revelation, a surprise, a traumatic experience, something coming to crisis point that creates an unavoidable change. Now, for some of you, there's a surrender. You're being released. This is the get out of jail card, and you're being released from some kind of bondage or binding situation that was stifling you. For some of you, you are transforming. Maybe you're thinking about money, security, the bottom line answers, your domestic affairs, and there's a need to make a decision about making some changes either at work or with regard to your property. Now, if this is property, maybe you've discovered some kind of structural flaws, and you're having to make a decision about how much money to invest in a property. For some of you, maybe you've had interaction with this queen, and she is breaking through some false beliefs that you've had, or you're getting some disturbing news. For others of you, this change is not necessarily negative. This could be a new job. Maybe you're changing your residence. Maybe you are just making some changes that take you in a whole other direction. So for you, things will be falling into place. You're into the struggle and you've made some kind of a decision. For others of you, you're under pressure and you need to seek some type of peace or harmony. Whatever it is, this is about reorganizing some aspect of your life, and that's the key. The longer you hesitate to make the important moves that you need to do to transform some area of your life and reinvent yourself, the more likely that the universe is going to step in for you, and possibly in a very unpleasant way, to wake you up to some truths. So this is the perfect week to rebuild something that has collapsed. Some area of your life, some behavior that on a deep level is keeping you from making the most of yourself. So this could be a week where you have to let something go, whether you want to or not. If this is health related, this is the week where that's going to come home to roost. Maybe you haven't been following advice. Maybe you haven't been seeking the medical attention that you need to. Maybe, there's something released because you've been stifling some kind of emotion and now there's an outburst. Something related to emotional issues where you really need to be more flexible in your relationships. You've been too rigid and you're breaking out of that box. So this could be a week, given circumstances, that you really have to rely on your own strength, professionally, materially, personally, to do things on your own. Because again, this is about reinventing yourself. This is a week where if you've had doubt, which apparently you did in week 2 with that 2 of Swords, you can deal with that now. You can confront that change, and maybe you say something that shocks other people, or again, vice versa. This is a week where you're getting down to brass tacks. Tell it like it is. Just let me know, whatever that is, so I can make the changes that I need to that are good for me. Now, some of you, you're hearing something this week that you don't like, maybe you don't appreciate, and the truth of the matter is you have been holding tight to a situation and again, making those excuses, saying why it's not going to work if you do this, that, and the other, because you're trying to convince yourself that something is good for you when the truth is it's not. You may be telling somebody something, that's not really the truth. It may be you're telling them what you think they want to hear. Basically, you're putting a spin on some things. And for some reason or the other, you're leaving out important facts, and ultimately it creates some kind of misunderstanding. This is about looking at the truth of a situation and looking at the truth of you. You are not a victim, regardless of what has happened. Wherever you are, wherever your station in life is, whatever circumstances that you're facing, you have put yourself in that position. You've taken an active role in finding yourself exactly where you are. So this is a week, again, about getting real and, understanding that refusing to accept situations that you can't change will only work against you.